Josh Whedon cut is like how when he was actually going through everything, how he was actually manipulating like time, and time travel was really to that. Yo, woo! Yo, so we were just talking about the Flash in that action. Yeah, just coming from liking the Flash as a kid and reading The Return of Barry Allen, just understanding his powers and the way speed works and the way time works. I thought it was cool how in the Snyder cut, they showed how he had to reverse time to make it on point. Because I thought it was weird when I first saw it that he actually timed it right. That's such like a weird thing to time right. In the Snyder cut, he actually reversed it to make it land at the right time, which I thought was awesome. And you brought up Quicksilver. I like the way speed is shown differently in different movies. And I think the Flash's speed is the most accurate depiction I've seen of the Speed Force and how it works.
Yeah.
And I just thought that it was awesome, like, because the Flash is powerful, man. And the first time I could see his powers physically. You know what I mean? Like, it was cool.
Yeah. I think, like, you know, to put it, I think if you put it in the order of, like, levels from, like, weakest to greatness, is you got that Flash from Age of Ultron, which you had the Wind follow him.
Yeah.
And it was kind of weak. And then you had the Quicksilver from X-Men Days of Future Past, where he did that beautiful scene with the oh man, like
it was
slow motion,
Sweet Dreams, and then the first one was I'm in a Bottle, and that was crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts. But with this one, I think that took that and brought it up to a whole nother level, where you had the electricity and how the time was moving. And it really demonstrated how, like you said, like how powerful this character really is. And Zack Snyder did a really good job at demonstrating that with every character in the movie.
Yeah, dude, he 100% did, man. Like the other thing that I thought was cool too is that when we talk about speedsters in DC versus Marvel, speedsters are a particular kind of animal. Some of them Speed Force and some of them don't. And then we got to understand that with a lot of fast people, it's a meta gene. And then in Marvel, it's all mutant. So it doesn't involve anything supernatural like the Speed Force. So it's cool to see how they do it in X-Men with Quicksilver and Fox.
Yeah.
See the idea of the Speed Force in Zack Snyder's vision, because the Speed Force is a DC concept 100% with these speedsters, and they all kind of share it. Whether it's Max Mercury or homegirl Jesse Quick, whoever it is, they all share the Speed Force. You know what I'm saying? Tap into it. But the way that dude did it was phenomenal. I thought he was great.
Batman was, I was telling myself that I remember sitting down back in like 2008 watching that The Dark Knight, and I swear everything, like, it's nothing that's going to be better than that in the future, you know, come over 10 years later with Snyder Vision. I'm like very surprised at some of the things that, you know, Christopher Nolan failed to capitalize on. You know, like showing how Batman is menacing and how grim he can be. So it's just the way he moved, the way the way he talks. Like even in the future scenes where
romantic.
Like but you know, even in the future scene, like the way he talked, the way he spoke, his facial expressions, it was like, you sure it was a good idea bringing this guy? He was like, what do you think? Like little stuff like that was like,
it's amazing.
That's Batman. I
do love the Dark Knight trilogy. I love the Nolan trilogy. I feel like they're great films. They are 3 movies based on 3 types of making a film, based on 3 very down-to-earth actual Batman comic books. Batman Year One, The Long Halloween, and then No Man's Land. And then basically it's an autobiography. It's Heat. I almost flipped you off with the middle finger. My bad. It's Heat. And then the last one is a disaster film. Okay? Great movies. But Bruce Wayne in it, to me, honestly, I know a lot of people like those films, but we know the character. Bruce Wayne is not that soft. So look at it like this. So people had an issue with Ben Affleck and Batman being a killer in his late 40s. This is a Batman who never quit, who never stopped doing what he was doing, and was affected by the people who he lost. So he actually became a killer of only bad people. Still, he became a reckless killer. He felt like people had to go. Now, that's from a man who didn't retire. Let's look at the Nolan trilogy. Christian Bale's Batman was basically a dude who stayed in his house for 8 years crying over a chick that didn't even look that good. And then in the last movie, a prostitute stole his mother's pearls. Then he went to Italy to retire with her. And then had a skinny kid who ain't know no kind of karate, who almost got beaten up in the middle of the movie and left him to become Batman. And that's the Batman that people think is the best Batman. First of all, it's Michael Keaton. But at the end of the day, Ben Affleck is what happened to Batman if he stayed Batman. And dude, even him sitting and looking at the computer, that chin, the movements, the way he talks to Alfred. Also, Alfred in Justice League, it was amazing because he was a butler. You feel me? In the Dark Knight trilogy, every idea that Batman should have had, or every great idea that he did have, came from Alfred. Alfred was almost in the film the open exposition of his inner thoughts. In Zack Snyder's version of Batman, he's Batman. He makes decisions, good or bad. He makes choices. He goes with it. And Alfred's there kind of to be like, hey, maybe, maybe not. But at the end of the day, Alfred makes the soup. and also, Alfred was helping out with the inventions and this, that, and the fourth. But dude, Ben Affleck played Bruce Wayne, and just like we'll move into this. Jared Leto played the Clown Prince of Crime. Honestly, my other man's Heath Ledger, he played a interpretation that was a weird incel, a sort of anarchist, sort of like this offbeat guy. And Joker is an anarchist, but there is a part of Joker that loves crime, and even though he is random, he loves it. So even the guy we saw in Suicide Squad, this dude was a little bit outlandish with the tattoos and such, but I felt like if we had more of him, because we didn't get a lot, because that movie was also affected by the same issue of being controlled by the studio.
Yeah, politics.
That last scene, bro. What you thought about that last scene, bro?
Oh my God, man. I don't know what that scene must have been made like recently. That wasn't made right?
That scene was totally made with like a red camera, the most HD camera I've ever seen.
Yeah, because you could see the growth. Like it felt different than if Zack Snyder made that whole movie now. Oh my God, man! I think when you got
two.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If we got a sequel, I think it would blow anything out of the water. I think Marvel will be in serious trouble.
The Marvel's so formulaic that it becomes dry and expected, and everything that's happening in Justice League is just like it's a game changer.
Justice League opened that door because before then, Marvel didn't have any reason no one had any reason to question Marvel, and that's good old competition. What comes with competition is better content for the fans. And hopefully Marvel will come with, something different, But, let me try to stick on subject. Speaking on that nightmare scene, man. Oh, man, like, just everything. The writing, it felt different. It was, it made me anticipate, man, what's to come. I hope that Zack Snyder, if Warner Brothers got to do whatever they got to do to get that man to
apologize to him.
They better send them flowers. They better do something because we need another.
Let's research the numbers tonight and see if this being a real thing actually did something positive for HBO Max, and let's see if that's a real thing.
No, the system, dude. The system crashed.
Dude, I couldn't even operate it for the
Warner Brothers. The HBO Max, the system crashed for the first when Zack Snyders Justice League premiered. It crashed for a whole day in Asia.
That's crazy that it crashed in Asia. I know it crashed in my house for at least 5 to 6 minutes.
This movie broke records, man.
I mean, I'm glad that it did. I hope AT&T gets Zack Snyder to make more of these. Future I need a Justice League 2. I want to see what happens with Darkseid. We definitely have to make a video on Granny Goodness. And Steppenwolf is his uncle, and Granny Goodness runs the Furies, which is like Darkseid's version of like Thanos' kids, which is awesome. So we're gonna see all of that because we got to get into that comic book stuff in the future video. But for the future of this franchise, what do you want to see, bro? What do you want to see?
I wanna I definitely want to see DC continue to find their own path and not try to be like somebody else. So
Yeah.
I don't want to see them try to follow the Marvel script. I actually like that they did things a little different. And, you know, everybody says that they feel like they rush things. But, you know, yeah, they did. They were trying to catch up competition. And, you know, Zack Snyder did the best he could with what he was given.
Yeah.
By making a 4-hour film and incorporating origin stories
Dude,
within those things. And he did a great job.
Yeah.
It was needed. The 4 hours were needed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for what he was giving. You got to think about it. All we had was Superman, Batman versus Superman. Then we had the Justice League, and then followed by the origin stories of Aquaman and Wonder Woman, which I think was the best movie they made. That's my opinion.
And you know what's crazy? Zack Snyder produced that movie, and that was basically his movie too.
That was a really, really top level movie. I watched it the other day, and I was like, whoa. Wonder Woman, the first one, not 1984.
Now guess what? Now guess, you know what 1984 was? That was a movie without Zack Snyder producing it.
Yeah.
So you see how it goes, right? I think that dude is the magic key. And I agree with you. I want more of what he's doing. I want more Ben Affleck Batman. I want more of this world.
Yeah.
I want more DC comic stuff in there. I do want DC to merge, like find their own path. I always felt DC was the bigger company. I always felt DC had the better. I always said DC had the better legacy. They never had to prove themselves with nothing. All they had to do was put out something, and it would have been.
You know, Warner Brothers is making that big leap and giving the fans what they want and trying to correct the wrong of that 2017, you know, Justice League. You know, that's a big step in the, you know, in the right direction. And I hope that they continue to make moves like that.
Yeah, I do too, man. I mean, yeah, man, we got many more videos to make, but
yeah.
You know, again, this is my boy Rich right here. It's me, Roddy Vision. Hope y'all enjoyed. This was our spoiler-heavy review, conversation, coalescence on Justice League.
Peace.